Today is the day we're going to do one of the things I've been most excited about on our world trip so far. But first, we had a very full itinerary of things leading up to it. Today, we took a guided tour of the Kakheti wine region, starting off at the Tel Aviv Bazaar, which is a daily local market in Tel Aviv where we're staying. Then we drove out to this winery, we had our first tasting and, quote, a light brunch. It was so much food, but it was all so delicious. We stopped by the Alaverdi St Cathedral, which was built in the 11th century. On our way to visit a local kvevri maker, we stopped in this field of kvevris. These are essentially giant clay pots that the Georgians used to make their wine. These things are massive, and I kind of think they look like giant dinosaur eggs. Met this guy while we were there, such a sweetheart. Then we went to an official kvevri maker's workshop where they explained the process of making a kvevri. Of course, he also gave us a wine and cha-cha tasting. Not as much cha-cha though as this place. Look at that table full of cha-cha. They had so many unique and interesting flavors. We tried mulberry, peach, pepper, tarragon. They were delicious. They were actually in the process of distilling some cha-cha while we were there. The stuff that comes out of the distillation process first is quite flammable, as he demonstrated. You don't drink that stuff. Then we started on my most anticipated activity of the day. Typically, wineries in this region do most of their grape harvesting in September and October, so we are very much on the tail end of harvesting season. Even so, we were still able to fill our buckets. Then, you guessed it, we got to stomp our grapes. I've been so excited about this. So we're not actually making wine. We're going to use this grape juice to make churchkhela, the traditional Georgian candy. Still fun. You dump all of your grapes into the stomping trough, I guess you'd call it, and stomped away for about 5-10 minutes. This was so much fun, and you can even see coming out of the bottom the grape juice that we made. To make churchkhela, you take the juice that you get from the grapes and you mix it with flour to create a thickened coating. Then you dip a string of nuts in it, typically walnuts, I think, and then you hang it. But the party did not stop there. We helped to make our dinner as well, getting a hands-on masterclass on how to make khinkali from scratch. I definitely need to practice my dumpling rolling. She fixed basically every one that I did. We celebrated by having a traditional Georgian supra, they call it. It was this huge spread of food. We spent a couple of hours eating and enjoying conversation with our amazing guide Dimitri before driving back to our hotel and calling it a night.